Alright, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about the Solstice Cummerbund from AXL Advance. If you're not familiar with the Solstice, you're probably familiar with the Equinox, but if you're not, it's a structural cummerbund made to fit with shock cord style attachments such as the Spirit Systems LV119, which I'm wearing here, and it allows for you to carry more of a load, which a lot of you infantry guys know is a pretty important thing. So you're going to lift your front panel, and you're going to go ahead and attach the cummerbund via Velcro to the front. For now, what we're going to do is take off the front panel. So here's the Solstice. Again, it's just Velcro right up front, and that's important. It's really important for me, and this is why I wish I would have had this when I was still in the Marine Corps. Running side plates has become kind of the norm again. And with side plates, what I like to do is I like to butt them up against my front plate if possible, right? I want to be having all my protection up front because I want to be facing the enemy, right? I want to have that side protection right butted up as front as close as I can. With an Equinox or anything with first spear tubes, is you kind of lose a little bit of real estate here, right? So you got the tube coming off the plate carrier itself, right? So this is where the tubes will be sitting, and it's kind of overhanging a little bit. And then you got the tubes on the cummerbund itself, right, to attach onto there. And so you're gonna have this gap right here, right? And that's not ideal, right? I want to be able to butt my plates up against it if I can. Now it's not really a problem for some of you guys, because you know, if you're running a radio, right, you might not want to sacrifice the position of the radio. And that's something you're gonna think about, because you're either gonna have to take the radio out, move it somewhere else, right? Relocate your radio so that you can butt your plates up against your front plate if you're running side plates, or you're just gonna have to move your plates back. So another big thing for me in my environment, right? I live in a cold weather environment and the seasons constantly change. And so the combat clothing that I'm wearing, right? So whether that's gonna be, you know, just your normal uniform, or it's gonna be bumped up to mid layers plus uniform or plus level 6 plus whatever, I want to be able to adapt to that, right? And so while these shock cord style carriers do have play in them, right? They do have play. It's nice to be able to allow for more room inside the plate carrier without having to take apart the cummerbund and reweave that shock cord through it. So with something like this, let's say we're doing something static and I just want to still have armor underneath my carrier. All I got to do is adjust this out a little bit. Now I got all this room in here to be able to have the quick adjustment of sizing like that is a really big thing for me, which it might not be for you if you live in the southern states or something where you're not going to have rapid changes of temperature and you're pretty much always going to be wearing the same thing. So another big thing about the Equinox or the Solstice Cummerbund is the ability to use orbital molly panels. So I'm going to have a separate video, you know, specifically focusing on orbital molly panels, but just to kind of walk you through the orbital molly panel. It's just a simple attachment method for the Equinox or the Solstice Cummerbund. There we go. Now I got a mag pouch, and it's not going anywhere. I mean, that's secured. And so that's another big reason why I like the Equinox or the Solstice Cummerbunds, right? They just allow for so much modularity, and it really is a game changer to have a structural cummerbund. If you guys aren't running structural cummerbunds and you're carrying heavy loads, like a lot of you Marines out there, you know, I would really recommend you look into something like this, because it really changes how you can perform in the field when you're carrying heavy loads. Instead of having all that weight right on your shoulders, this really helps control that load so that you're not going to be over encumbered with weight. So that's my quick little video on the Solstice Cummerbund, guys.